Yo, and welcome to Shooting the Soil. Today we're going to give you a quick garden tour of what we got growing this year in the regenerative garden. Alright, let's get to it. Here we have our wisteria tree. Just wanted to show you that in full bloom. Wisteria growing on an old dead cedar tree. And it is blooming like crazy. Alright, so here's our garden. Out here on the outside we got wildflowers for pollination. Looking strong this year. And we got our strawberry bed. But yeah, we'll come give a closer look and walk back through. We'll start all the way down here at the bottom. Because this year we just got some sunchokes. These are Jerusalem artichokes. And for the rest of these lower beds that are kind of too wet and everything, we just let it go wild. And let all the mint just take over. We got a ton of buttercups. And then really old chive plant comes back every year. All the chives you can want. Only have to plant once. Alright, so we'll go up over here to the garden now. Alright, so we got a pawpaw tree. Nice shiny leaves. That's a good sign of plant health. And here we have an elderberry tree. This whole area we're just letting go wild, remediating the soil a little bit. And probably going to do squash in there next year. And this bed we just started this year, and we're going to grow some sorghum. And here's some little sorghums popping up. Not worried about the weeds in this bed because the sorghum's gonna outgrow them all. I hope, anyway. And our other new bed is sweet potato. These are purple sweet potatoes that I got from Baker Creek Seeds. And over here I got gifted last year just another sweet potato from Walmart. But they are not doing as healthy. Which goes to show you, good strain makes a big difference. Since this is all the same soil, all slipped the same exact way. But I think these sweet potatoes are going to bounce back. As soon as they take, they'll start growing quite well. And over here, we got a atomic tomato. Excited for that. Planted my tomatoes a little too early. I always rush the gun, as you'll see as these other ones over here. But here are the strawberries. That one I just propagated over here. And we have some kale that actually lived through the winter and is now going to seed. So I'm hoping from these seed pods I'll be able to grow some more kale in the center of this bed here. But eventually I think I just want to let the strawberries take over this whole thing. Because I love just coming through the garden and picking strawberries. Great, easy gardener forager option for the garden. And we have a Swiss chard that lived through the winter. Going to seed. That's cool. We got a couple of garlics. That one's almost ready to harvest. That one we planted last year. And then we got our purple bumblebee tomatoes. Planted them out. They got a little yellow because I planted them a little too early. They got a little bit too big for their pots indoors. Should have just potted them up, kept them indoors. But we rushed the gun. But they could always be replaced. And then over here, we got a bunch of dragon beans, also from Baker Creek Seeds. In the back, we got a couple of corns popping up. And then walking onions. We got some onions forming up top. These are looking real nice. I can't wait to eat these. As soon as those onions on the top form and I replant them, I'm gonna harvest them. And then back here we got sweet peas. Another great thing for the garden, because you can just come in and forage on them and you'll get all early summer long. We transplanted some of our chives over here into this garden to propagate them around. And then we got some Swiss chard for some nice color and juicing. And then we got a beet that hopefully will go to seed and give us more beets, because we got just some little beets just starting to pop up from seed over here. And yeah, also got some volunteer squashes that I don't know what they are. Always excited to let them grow and figure out what's going on, where they might have come from. And here are some cucumbers, some Boston pickling cucumbers. All right, so that's about what we got growing in the garden this year. So for our actions taken this year, we overwinter planted a hard red winter wheat grass to capture some energy and feed the soil over winter. We then terminated the grass with my hori-hori knife, leaving as many roots in the soil as possible, and then planted right into it, as well as adding a good amount of our homemade Johnson Sioux aerobic compost. And yeah, we're gonna be scoping this under the microscope soon. Hopefully our fungi population came back. We weren't seeing so many in the beginning of the year. Really lacking fungal hyphae on the slide, but we're gonna scope that out again here shortly. Stay tuned for that, and hopefully those numbers bounce back. All right, till next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.